why does he treat other women better than he treats you? Right? Hey, girls say shit like this. Uh, this is just my opinion, right? Maybe it looks like he's treating her better than you, but he's really not. That's one thing, right? That you have to understand is some people are good at like faking it. You're not really there in someone's relationship to truly know what's going on day to day. You know what I mean? So it could seem like on the outside that maybe he's purposely trying to make you think that, maybe to make you jealous, maybe to make you feel some type of way. I don't know. But in reality, he could be treating her just as how he treats you or worse, right? A lot of times people have behavioral patterns. Like they're not going to just usually change overnight. It takes usually something traumatic to happen, to get hurt, or some like time to grow. And, like usually people are going to like be pretty consistent, right? But it is possible though, like I said, that people can change, but it takes like real conscious effort and awareness to do something like that, right? But usually people are going to be the same, right? People are pretty predictable, right? Another thing too is like sometimes it could be too is it's the personality type. Like maybe he treats her differently because of the boundaries that she set for herself that you never did. See, that's something a lot of women don't understand. It's like some women set different boundaries. Like some women allow men to walk all over them, just like some men allow women to walk over them because they're desperate or they're lonely, right? You see a lot of older women do this. You see a lot of single moms do this, right? You see a lot of women with daddy issues do this. You see a lot of women who are broke do this, right? But then other women who, even if they are all those same things, they have more like inner confidence in themselves, like, or they were raised differently, or like they have a different belief about themselves where they're willing to be alone than to be like disrespected, right? Or not valued. Some women walk around like that. Some men walk around like that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's about the boundaries you set is important. It's like if you're just going to allow a man to call you a bitch every day and you don't say nothing, or you be like, or you ignore it, why would he stop? Like, I don't understand. Like, and then some girls, if a man calls her a bitch, they're going to say, don't fucking call me a bitch. Like, I don't know who you're talking to. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. You know, if a dude has cheated on you, like back to back consistently, and every time you just take him back, of course he's gonna do it again, right? Then a girl who's willing to walk away, you know what I mean? Where now he's begging for her and all this, he's scared to lose it, so he's gonna be more cautious. Even if he might cheat again, he's not gonna cheat at the level he's gonna cheat on you. You know what I mean? Because you don't set no boundaries for yourself. You don't ever have the strength to walk away. You don't know how to say no, right? So at the end of the day, it's about the personality and the boundaries you set too. So two girls could be just as good looking, but have different personality types and different boundaries they set for themselves. Like people can only get away with what you allow them to. You know what I mean? So really hope this helped a lot of women out and gave you some perspective, So yeah.
Have you ever noticed how some men completely shift and change around certain women? It might be subtle, but it's pretty unmistakable. His eyes linger a little bit longer, his voice might soften. He creates opportunities to be near her. It's not a game she's playing. It's the magnetic pull of her feminine energy. If you've been that woman who gave everything, your time, your effort, and your heart, only to watch him stay lukewarm, I see you. You're doing all the right things, you're showing up, you're being amazing, and yet he's still hesitant. And then boom, there's another woman, and overnight he's planning thoughtful dates, he's texting consistently, he's putting on all this effort, and you're looking at her saying, what does she have that I don't? It's not about what she has, it's about what he experiences with her. Guys don't fall in love with what you do or your accomplishments. They fall in love with your presence. When you're fully in your feminine, something shifts for him. He feels deeply seen. for who he is. He feels inspired to protect and provide because your energy awakens something within him. He feels this mystery, this uncertainty that keeps him thinking about you when you're apart. He feels at home with you, like the best version of himself. And the best part is he can't really explain it. All he knows is that with you, everything is different. How connected are you to your feminine? The women who effortlessly draw men closer aren't strategizing on how to catch him. They're embodying the energy he instinctively moves toward.
If you're wondering why he's treating this new girl so much better than he did with you, this is why. Now, I've been in the dating game for a hot minute. Now I'm a personal development coach helping people heal and gain their power in love and dating. He just left you. He hurt you. He was disrespectful. He was nasty. He is this dusty, ratchet, emotionally regulated potato. Yet, he's treating this woman so well. Yet, he's being so nice to her. Yet, he's giving her flowers and kisses and all that. It doesn't make sense. Why not you? Why her? Oh my God, I'm so angry. Bah! First off, you need to understand right now. He's your ex for a reason. He's your ex because at one point, you loved him. At one point, you were all about him. At one point, you held his hand. You let him kiss you on the forehead. You guys were bumping bellies. You were showing him off proudly on social, saying, this is mine and I'm going to stick beside him. Why did he get to that position? How did he get to that position? He got to it by showing you a farce of either love bombing, manipulation, or he was just excited when he was excited before he got to know you and before he actually showed his true colors. Remember that. He is your ex for a reason because at one point you loved this man. And what this woman has yet to discover is who he truly is. Who he truly is. She's laying in bed thinking she just grabbed the most phenomenal man in the world, not knowing that eventually he's going to turn. Eventually she's going to discover what you already did. And the beauty of this is you get to go to bed never having to have to worry about his stuff again. And also, why are you even worried about this man? I thought you guys broke up. I thought you'd get your healing on, yet you still get an emotional response from him. And guess what? Even if he is happier with this woman, let them be happy. I don't give a dang what he does today, tomorrow, and next week. What matters is what you do right now.
If you were dating a scumbag and he left you for another woman, don't worry. He won't treat her better than he treated you. New location, same bullshit. You let him ruin some other woman's life now.
You ask this man for trips, for flowers, for dinner dates, for all this shit, and y'all are no longer together, and then you get word that he's with someone else, and now he's doing all of those things for her. Let's talk about why that is. But the first thing I'm going to tell you is to stop internalizing men's treatment towards you as a reflection of your worth. Because him doing something for the next woman, even though he didn't do it for you, it has nothing to do with you. I made a video discussing how women were groomed to like men based off of the media that we would take in, movies, TV shows, music. And I explained, I think in probably a couple of other videos, men didn't take in that media. So men don't have any understanding of romanticism unless A, they watch it, or B, they're involved with a woman, or C, they have a parent, a mom or a dad or some caregiver that teaches them, what to do to romanticize a woman to be able to get a woman. The thing about when a man decides that he's going to start doing these things for another woman, it's not that you weren't worthy of him doing it for you. It's the fact that you told him you wanted it. You told him you wanted these things. He never did it, and you still stayed. That's what the root of the issue is. You still stayed despite him not doing those things that you asked of him. What would be the point of him doing it if you're staying and if you've already stayed and just you've complained about it? This is the reason why men don't take women seriously. Because see, one thing about men, when it's not benefiting them and when they're not getting what they want, they're leaving. And I urge women to do the same. This is why I think love bombers, when you are a woman and you have a great strong mental capacity and you understand how men operate, You don't mind a love bomber because you'll just leave when the love bombing stops. When those gifts are making you happy, the gifts, the trips, the compliments, the roses, the dinners, all that, when that is making you happy, when it stops, you'll leave. And that's the reason why men get so pissed off and they get so mad, and their biggest argument right now is, well, women are gold diggers, and, I want a woman that's going to be with me, 10 toes down through everything, through richer and for poorer, and through this and through that. The reason why they fear being used for their money and them being fearful that a woman's going to leave once they don't have any money is because that's what they're doing to women. When you're no longer attractive, they're going to leave. When you're no longer healthy, they're going to leave. When you no longer can contribute to the household duties, they're going to leave. When you no longer can give them the kid that they want, they're going to leave. So that's why they fear someone doing that to them, because that's what they're doing to other people. But when you don't do that to them, they're going to be like, well, then why the fuck do I need to do any of it? Because you're still here. What they do is they take that play in the playbook of you asking for those things, like the dinner dates and all that stuff, and they will apply that to the next woman. So that way they can get her hooked and then keep her. Because you've already decided that they already have put 2 and 2 together to realize, okay, well, she ended up leaving and we're no longer together, and she was complaining about how I didn't do XYZ. So maybe if I do XYZ for the next woman, then it will actually be successful and then she won't leave. But any woman that's been with a man before, those good things that men will do for you, is the days are typically numbered, okay? Like the dating stage where you're going on dates and you're having fun and taking trips and stuff like that, that tends to just be for a phase. And then every day is the same after that, especially once you get married, and then especially once you have children. Date nights are going to be far few in between. The gifts are going to be far few in between. You're going to have to be reminding this man about y'all's anniversary, reminding him about the kids' birthdays and birthday parties and everything else. Is going to be far few in between. He's just taking the information that you gave him before and is just putting it in his tool belt. It has nothing to do with you as a woman, your looks, your beauty, or anything like that. The difference is that you tolerated a situation that was unfavorable for you, and so he just went on ahead and he just applied that to another woman to try to keep that woman longer and woo her and try to manipulate her to be like, oh my God, he's so romantic and he's doing all this stuff for her. That will only last for a season, and then she will quickly find out that, okay, he's not even doing this anymore, and then she's getting the same version of the man that you've had this whole time. All she just got was a few gifts or trips or anything like that you have been asking for. Do not take it personal when these men do that shit, because it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It's just men have to go play by play with all different types of women to figure out how they can keep a woman, because they're not taking it in through media. No one's teaching them this shit. Most likely no one is teaching them this shit. Men are always in survival mode. They're always trying to figure out from other people, from other sources, how they can get benefited. That's the reason why men are infiltrating my content here, because they want to be able to get intel on what women are talking about. Women aren't in red pill spaces because there's no information that's going to be there that will benefit us. Why would we want to know any of that? Why would we need to know any of that except to understand how the man works in order to protect ourselves? I'm not, even if red pill content comes up on my page, I'm never going to be inclined to comment or to have dialogue with any of those men in the comments. The reason why the men are here is because they have to hear what women are saying to even know what to do in the first place. Trust me, girl. He didn't know what he was doing, and you told him what to do, and he just applied it to the next woman. Don't even be mad at it.
Now he treated you like you were too much, and now he's showing up for someone else in ways that he never showed up for you. And that is not about her, that is about you. You spent the relationship adjusting, asking for less, and making yourself easier to handle so he would stay present. He still couldn't show up, so you blamed yourself. You're too emotional, you're too needy, you're too much, and then all of a sudden when you watched him be everything for someone else. Consistent, present, and trying in ways he told you he was not capable of. And the story you told yourself about being too much just got louder. But what's actually happening is that he did not become more capable. He became more scared of losing her, not because she's better than you, but because you trained him. You showed him what showing up actually looks like, what consistency actually feels like, what he was supposed to be doing the whole entire time. And that's not a reflection on your worth. That is the most common and painful thing when you love someone past their own capacity to hold it. You were the lesson, and she gets the one who learned from it. And the version of him showing up for her was built on everything he did not give you. And that's not something she earned. That is what you literally taught him.
Well, this is not the first time I've seen cases like this. I have seen a lot of cases, and a lot of women have reached out to me complaining about how these things happen to them. A man knows when you want just bare minimum. So a woman reached out to me and told me about how her husband of 36 years went for another woman, dumping her. She said she saw him being entirely different from who she knew him to be. Like everything that he was not ready to give out in their marriage when they were together, she saw him giving it to this other new woman. And I sat her down and told her about boundaries. As a woman, you ought to have boundaries. And once these boundaries are being tampered with, there should always be consequences when it comes to disrupting your boundaries as a woman. So that is why as a woman, don't go being all forgiving all the time. No, it is bringing down your boundaries. It is translating that you don't know what you want. You don't know what you deserve. You're not a high value woman. That is why I always educate ladies. Emulate from men. Men are selfish. And if they want to go away, nothing can stop them. Not even marriage, not children, not love, nothing. When it comes to that thing that will benefit them, they go all for it. They go all into it. Irrespective of how you will see it or how you will feel. So that is why I encourage women, always put yourself first. Put yourself first. Be selfish. Have your boundaries. Once your boundaries are being disrupted, there should be consequences. If you're not getting exactly what you want out of a relationship, leave. Leave. That is how you're going to get someone that you deserve. Because if you stay there being all forgiving, always being tolerant, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't do all these things, but there should be a limit. You shouldn't do it to the extent that you are now being insane. It is driving you insane. It is driving you psycho. Once you know or once you detect that it is beyond you now, let's go. Those women that these men are, trying to be better people for, trying to be better husbands, boyfriends for, those women, they have their boundaries intact. Their no is their no and their yes is their yes. They know what they want. They call them to order. I always encourage women to emulate from men because everything we know today, the men taught us. So we should always emulate from them what is worth emulating. So if you're there, keep wondering, oh, why is he treating her differently? Why is he treating her exactly how I wanted him to treat me, how I wanted him to behave? It is because he is selfish. And he is now with someone that doesn't take shit. He's now with someone whose standards are high, whose boundaries are high, and who has communicated fluently and clearly to him that once this boundary, once these standards are being tampered with, it is finished, it is gone. So that is why they always want to be the best version of themselves when they are with such women. They want to put up their best behavior because they know that any mistake, they are gone. And such women easily move on. So always ensure that you are a woman with strong boundaries. That is how you will win in a marriage, in a relationship. If it is not worth it, stay on your own. If you are just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Queen Libra, and in this channel, we react to marriage and relationship videos like this. We accept anonymous messages. You can talk to us anonymously, and then we will give our advice to the best of our knowledge. Okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the family. I'll see you on the next video. I love you guys.